So this dude from Indonesia, he's 39, has worked over 21 years to earn 11 bachelor degrees, 3 masters, and 18 professional certifications.
My goodness. Just look at him. Just look at the guy. I swear he's never touched a girl in his life.
Yeah, so he looks like a guy with 32 degrees. All right, let's get it. Let's get it rolling.
Welcome back to the Escape Rope podcast. That's Ron. My name is Foong. How's it going, everybody?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
So formal. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gents and everything in between. You'll be inclusive these days. Like,
Oh my god.
extra
You're
inclusive.
not on that boat, are you? It's still male and female. Oh,
I'm just throwing it in there.
I'm
throwing
gonna
it
get
there.
so much flack for that.
Look, I don't want to get cancelled. If Foong gets cancelled, don't take the escape rope with him, okay?
The escape rope is a shared endeavor between Ron and I. So if I go,
But I'm happy to take it alone if he gets cancelled.
mate, far out. This guy
um,
offloading your partner already.
oh, mate, trying to keep this thing alive, man.
Mhm.
Keeping it alive.
We're drinking some wine, guys, today.
This is a white black label McGuigan's, a Pinot Grigio. What do you think?
I like it.
It is
By the way,
very sweet.
McGuigan's,
McGuigan. Is that
we've
just-
been drinking your brand from day dot when we
Day
first
dot.
started this podcast. So if you're listening, hey, I'm saying.
I think we need to tag McGuigan's at every single one of our posts.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag them. It's like, hey, man. By the way,
Also,
yes, I'll merge.
yeah, this is it is quite sweet, isn't it?
Mm.
But sweet is easy to drink. It's not,
Yes,
not
it
too
is.
dry.
It's chilling.
It would be nice if it was chill.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So today you sent me
Check this out.
a bit of a funny one, a bit of a funny story. An Indonesian man with 32 degrees and certifications.
Not 32 degrees as in temperature, but 32 actual university degrees and certificates.
So this dude from Indonesia, he's 39, has worked over 21 years to earn 11 bachelor degrees, 3 masters, and 18 professional certifications.
My goodness. Just look at him. Just look at the guy. I swear he's never touched a girl in his life. I'm sorry, but like
He's-
with a face like that, with an attire like that, man, it's just,
Or maybe he's just super smart.
hey, man.
He could be just super smart.
And look at his degrees. Like, you know how some after your name, if you
Yeah.
earn a PhD, for example, your name would be like Ron L PhD.
Yeah.
Right. This guy's got like how many is that?
It's probably like 2
Well,
alphabets. long,
yeah.
At least. Yeah, but
His name literally takes 3 sentences.
yeah. I think like if you have like I see people at work, they have their certification after their name or their
Yeah.
degree, whatever.
It's like
Qualifications.
MBA or PhD or
There are some people who just love to just add in anything that they can. and there's like the qualifications are longer than their name.
Yeah.
So it's like, like John Smith and then all the way to the end.
I love that word vomit you just did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So this guy obviously he obviously gets the girls with all these degrees.
Mate.
So I am not one to judge, but
Hey, man.
32 degrees and certifications is a lot.
I'm definitely not the one to judge. I got like 0 degrees on my name, so
Qualifications.
0.
Well,
Shut up.
well, academics is not for everyone.
No, it's not. I've tried 3 times just to put it out there, guys. So whoever's tried uni and keep failing, it's not the end of the world.
And it's
Yeah.
probably not for you.
No,
but
no.
again, not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But certainly this guy is very qualified to do probably many things. I have no
Yeah.
idea what he does, but we'll chuck it up on on our show notes and
the thing is, it's an Indonesian sort of degree. that he got from. So
yeah, so who knows what that's worth?
Yep.
Can you chuck in a picture in our video?
of the guy.
I don't know how you do it, but-
Yeah, definitely. I can certainly cut that in and credit Next Shark for this. When I saw the article, I was like, what?
He's
32 degrees. Wait, no, 11 bachelor degrees, 3 master's degrees, and 18 professional certifications. And according to the article, he spends his morning studying one subject, his afternoon studying another subject, and at night studying another. What is a social life?
Does he work?
Well, he does now. He apparently works for a pretty reputable tobacco company in Indonesia. 32 degrees, 32 certifications, and she's still working for somebody. I don't know, man. That guy kind of goes against my values.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like a lot of times the reason why people get degrees is so they can work for somebody. You know, that's
isn't that how the current education system is designed anyways?
Yeah, to set you up so you can work for someone. Or to integrate into a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not for you.
Not for me.
Not for you.
I do not want to look like that.
You think you look like that after all?
Well, you already think of me as a nerd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to our last episode where we talk about Foong's nerdiness.
Hey, being a girl, not a girl,
A nerd.
A nerd is lame, but being a geek is respectable. I'm gonna put it out there.
That's what a nerd would say.
Shh. You said this was a safe space, okay?
It is. When the camera's... Yeah, it's always a safe space.
All right, all right. Give me the context of today's topic.
So, I mean, this is probably going out at some point, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because I didn't announce it, but I think we are changing our release schedule to Monday, to Mondays. We've been doing this for about 7 months, 8 months now, and for the most part, it's been fairly smooth sailing in terms of our schedule. But in the last maybe 2 months or so, it's just gotten pretty crazy. So we're still sort of working out. We're sort of working through, sort of what works for us in terms of our release schedules, in terms of the work that we have to do in the background. I think we pushed it back to Friday maybe a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And now we have to push it back to Monday. But it doesn't change anything. We're still coming out with content, once a week. We're still, bringing you the heat.
The heat.
The heat.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere, but I thought the word content was a bit. It wasn't hot enough, so I thought the heat was. It sounded better. A bit zingier.
Zingy. Oh my god. Yeah. You. I love it.
Yeah. So aside from that, wasn't really too much that I want to talk about. But,
okay. So this is almost going on to a banter sort of episode, right?
Well, this is an escape sesh.
It is an escape sesh. We're going to be releasing this as well. I've been thinking about how we could have more episodes out there. Now, I was speaking to the WOG, what's his name? Brendan from Jim. He has a podcast. I'm going to butcher his thing, but I'll have it in the show notes anyways.
Yeah.
But, so he has a 2-week bi-weekly sort of release schedule.
What's his podcast? This is funny because you said, "Oh, the WOG." I was like, "Is that what we're calling them from now on?"
I'm sorry, Brendan. I am sorry.
Oh, did WOG? The way of the gentleman. I don't think that's one.
Oh man, I'm so bad at this right now. Check on his Instagram anyway. So, that's beside the point. I'm just gonna cut this out. It's like, a friend of mine called Brendan has a podcast, and I forgot his name, and I'm so really sorry about that. But his schedule is usually a bi-weekly sort of release.
Does he do video?
No, not yet. He asked him about that. He said that he's not doing video yet because he doesn't want to increase the workload, which is kind of smart of him because it does increase the workload.
Yeah, I don't feel like we fully thought it through when we did start doing video. We just
this is definitely my style. I just jump into things.
Yeah.
And I feel that I learned that from my dad. right? And I don't think I executed properly a lot of the times.
Well, it's that quick pivoting, right?
Yeah.
Which is not always a bad thing.
No.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, we just have to work through some of that workload.
Hey, I want to ask you a question. What's your general feeling about the Escape Room podcast right now?
In terms of,
Just-
am I enjoying it?
Just something that comes on top of the top of your mind.
I really like doing this every week.
Good.
I really enjoy it. I like the process of getting things set up and sort of getting into that mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, once we start recording, it's like, hey,
So good.
anything goes,
So
man.
good. Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're a lot more free in what you're saying now compared to when we started recording?
Yes. I don't ramble on too much now.
Yeah, I feel like I certainly self-censor myself a lot more smoothly.
Is that a good thing though?
I think so. Like there's things that I didn't want to talk about, and I almost like I had to take a very, very long way around to avoid whatever I didn't want to talk about previously. Now I'm just like skipping over it. I'm like, okay, this I don't want to talk about. I don't even think about it.
Talk me through that process. Because I'm sure there's some people out there
Yeah.
who are interested about like how to think more efficiently. Because this is exactly what's happening through your mind when you're actually doing the podcast now, right? Before you used to ramble a lot because your mind was actively thinking about how to avoid the topic,
Yeah.
right? But now you're just thinking, oh, we'll just talk about this. I
Yeah.
don't have to talk about
Well,
that because
I
that's
think
not the main topic right now.
That's right. I think a part of it as well is it's two things. One, I think I'm a lot more open about talking about things that I might not have talked about before.
Yeah.
And two, I think I'm just better at linking topics
Yes.
than previously. So if I had something that I wanted to talk about, but I have to to get from point A to point B, I have to stop somewhere in between. I'm a lot better at getting to another point between A and B before getting to B now. So I can sort of like
That's called a segue.
a segue. I can detour around that one thing, that one little subject that I don't want to talk about, but still get to point B.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's just practice.
Yeah. Well, we did
Um,
have like almost a year's worth of practice, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So we are throwing content out there. Like, I haven't listened to Gary Vee for a long time. And on the way from work to here, I was listening to his episode. Usually his episode don't have like a central topic. He just talks.
Just rambles.
He's got a freaking gift for that, right? And he says that, just enjoy the process. Just don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about the subscribe. And it's so hard not to think about that.
I feel like it's almost easy for him to do it because he knows he's guaranteed an X amount of likes. And
But then again, you haven't really seen his struggles from year one, sort of thing, right?
So yeah, so I'm obviously I haven't read his bio or anything like
Yeah.
that. I only sort of generally know how he came up,
Mm.
but I feel like even though that is his attitude that he sort of carried with him the entire time, I almost feel like it's very difficult to get away from.
Yeah.
Because for pretty much everybody else, how we know we're progressing is through feedback, likes, comments, views.
Okay.
That's really
Our
good.
monitor just died.
Oh,
Should I replace the battery?
Nah, it's all right. Is this still recording?
Should be. I think so. I can't tell.
I guess. Oh, maybe this is an audio only episode this week.
Yeah. Like, I mean, look, are we? I think the question I'm asking is now is since I want to throw that out the window, throw the whole mindset of like, all right, cool. I have to think about how many views I got, how many subscribes I got, and maybe we just remind people to do it. But
yeah,
then what? My question actually is like, how do I know I'm getting better? Right. So the when I asked you the question, like, what do you think about the Escape Room podcast right now? You've actually given me an interesting insight of how you think about the podcast because you told me that you've improved because of the way you think now. So that's also a metric that we can't really measure, right? Because it's your own subjective thought on it.
Yeah. And this is something that I was at a poker night over the weekend.
You play poker
I'm not very good, but it's with the boys, so it's all right.
with the boys. Mad invite. Where's my invite?
I lost all my money, so obviously I'm not very good. But I spoke with Yema of Mr. Koya, and he sort of just generally asked me how things are going. I told him things are a little bit slow. They're not sort of.
By the way, Yema, Mr. Koya himself.
Koya?
No, part of Mr.
Part
Koya.
of Mr. Koya.
Check out his episode. I think his episode, I want to say 12, but I'm probably butchering
I was
that
gonna say
one.
19, but 12 probably sounds better. I don't know.
But anyways, like good guy, the guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
I told him that things probably weren't as when we're killing it the way that we hoped it was.
Yeah,
but
I think we had like unrealistic expectations of where we were supposed to be after 8 months, sort of thing, right?
well, I think in a way, I had low expectations, but at the same time, I also want to see progress, right?
Yeah.
And I think in a way, the whole Gary Vee's approach of content, and assuming that will just bring progress.
Look, I think we're just connecting the wrong dots here.
Yeah,
because he says content, but he doesn't say content equals subscriptions. He doesn't say that, but automatically that's what we think.
That's what I think. You put some stuff out and it's going to be like gold.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously there are some audiences out there for us. We just have to find them. And the thing is, that's what Gary Vee or most of the people don't tell you on YouTube. Is like, how do you find the audience? Because I'm actually going to go out on a limb here and say that a lot of them don't know how the hell they got the audience.
Something, just something was attractive.
Yeah.
About the podcast.
But I think we're attractive enough, man.
I think you are.
Oh,
very
dude.
attractive.
Bromance.
A bit nerdy, but
you keep saying that. Yes, okay, I'm a bit nerdy, but hey.
Yeah, I can't prop you up too much without bringing you back down.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It.
Keep going.
Yeah, I was speaking to Yema, and he was saying that he was saying that as long as you're enjoying what you do, ultimately this is for you guys to, and that ultimately is for you guys. And I think he's right. Like this is first and foremost is for us.
It is for me and you. And I lose sight of that too.
Yeah, it's very, very easy to lose sight because when you put stuff on our hosting platform, it comes with all these like metrics, analytics, and that's shit that I like to geek out on. But when it's not popping, is a little bit of a turnoff. But we really do have to go back to the original idea of all this, and that's just we are recording what we normally talk about anyway, and in a way it helps us progress with our conversations because sometimes I think before this we have the same conversations over and over and over again and we get nowhere with it. But in a way, because things are recorded, we know what we've talked about, we can progress from it. And that's the reason why we started this.
It'd be nice. It would be nice
to get some listens.
Yeah. It would be nice to be loved, guys. Just
a little bit of love,
Come on. Send it this way.
Look, I'll be honest. I have thought about, like what would happen if we stopped doing this and started a new podcast. And then I think about like if we couldn't get this to work, why would something else work?
I sort of beg to differ on that one a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we put the escape rope to rest. Maybe it's a project that's run its course. What if we take whatever we learned from the escape rope podcast and pivot into a new podcast?
Okay.
How can we do it better? Like, do we focus on a topic and keep running with it? What's our interest? our interest so far intersects at electric cars, because you like cars, I like tech stuff, and obviously I love Elon Musk and I love Tesla. So that could be something that we talk about a lot more of.
It could be.
It could be like we could talk about the tech that goes into it, the people that get affected by it. Is it really green? Like, there's plenty of things that we can talk about, right? So the Escape Road podcast has been how to develop ourselves over 32 episodes.
Yeah.
But now we could take that sort of knowledge and take that understanding of how to flow with the conversation and bring it to a new topic where an audience is already there.
I'm kind of feeling like this episode is not going to go out now.
Why not?
I don't know, based on what we're talking about.
Why not?
I don't know. Like, do I see this? I mean, I ask myself, do I see this blowing up like in a positive way? Not really.
Look,
I've never really thought about it.
I'm gonna put it out there and see if what people think about that.
Yeah.
Right. That's something like we are vulnerable right now, in the sense that we are speaking our mind exactly as we are thinking it in real time. No notes, zero notes.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what we would talk about if we were having a couple of wines and a couple of other stuff, and that's why it's called the escape sesh.
Dinner.
delicious.
How did How I Met Your Mother said? Sandwich.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing the bread for the sandwich today.
No worries, man. And I know you like that sourdough.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard it's good. But yeah, like the reason why I was thinking that I didn't have it in my mind that this is going to blow up all of a sudden is because in my whole life, I've never considered fame and influence as a possibility.
Okay.
And that's kind of why I didn't think that this would be anything big. Like if we got like 30, 40, maybe 100 listeners, I thought that's fucking successful. That was pretty fucking good.
Setting the bar real low, bro.
Well, I think that's a realistic bar for two people who have, no podcast experience, who aren't necessarily the best looking dudes,
Speak for yourself, man.
I'm decent, but but the whole point is like I didn't think that fame, fortune, and influence is something that could come out of this, which is why I didn't really think that if this wasn't getting crazy views or anything like that it's necessarily a failure.
Yeah,
it's just on par with expectations.
It's not a failure. I don't think it's a failure. Like we've actually accomplished the objective of the Escape Road podcast.
Yeah,
already, through and through.
Yeah,
right. So the objective was to discover ourselves and just have a weekly podcast and have a chat and feel good about it afterwards too.
I feel pretty fucking good.
Yeah, me too. Abby brought up this very interesting article to me the other day. She's like, "What's your love language?" And we were having
love language.
Yeah, love language. So we were having this conversation over ribs. Great conversation. So she's like, to me, she said to me,
over ribs,
man. Why not? Freaking hell, hurricanes, dude. Oof. Man. By the way, spent $188 that night.
Wait, for two people?
For two people. Drinks, salad, ribs, full rack. No,
full rack for two?
Yeah.
How much is the rack? Like $60?
No, the rack was like $100
each.
No, just the whole rack was for me and Nabi.
Oh, I think you mean I had a rack each.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
I was never gonna finish that by myself.
Okay, so where did the other $80 come from?
Drinks and drinks.
Jeez.
We had like a jug of sangria. I had like a whiskey and whatnot. So it was good.
I think I saw the post.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it was good ribs. I've been craving ribs for like 2 weeks. So I was like, I got to do it. I don't care how much.
Was it a special occasion or was it just?
I thought I'd take her on a date. I haven't had the chance to. I mean,
did you guys dress up?
Yeah.
little bit.
A little bit. It was like smart casual.
Smart cash. Smart cash.
Anyway, so the point of the story, by the way, but we got sidetracked a little bit. Ribs are good. Shout out to Hurricanes. Great ribs. So the actual point of the conversation is like the love language that I attribute to myself, or she attributes to me, is recognition, right? So why do I do things at the end of the day? I do like this is what I realized as well after she told me. I do things because I want people to see what I'm doing. Not necessarily because I'm a narcissistic prick or I'm arrogant or anything like that, but I like to validate my progress by showing people what I'm doing.
Or people recognizing what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
So that means that's probably why I wasn't chasing the money the whole time. I was doing things.
You mean post-COVID?
Post-COVID, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I found my niche. Like once I started doing things, the things I love, automatically I love to show people what I'm doing. Posting stuff. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable being in front of the camera, posting myself on YouTube because I want people to see what I'm doing.
Okay. Yep.
So that's how I see sort of my minor success, my immediate success.
Well, let me ask you a question then. What if you're not getting feedback or responses or recognition?
Then I kind of get negative and
does that mean that you didn't succeed?
Yeah. Like if I'm going to be very honest with myself, yeah.
Well, how does this reconcile with the escape rope then?
Because I want to see that I've improved ever since episode 1.
But how do you see it if you're not getting recognition?
Well, that's the thing. I don't right now, right? So that's why I'm thinking like whether I mean, I don't see it as a failure just yet. It just means that it's not there yet. I'm not doing enough yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think, you know, it can only really be a failure if you stop doing it.
Exactly.
And it didn't reach the expectation that you wanted it to. But the fact that we're still going with this, the fact that we're still enjoying this, and the fact that I think you know we've improved in the way we talk.
Here you go.
That's somewhat successful.
Sorry, just to interrupt you a bit.
Yeah.
So there's 5 love languages that she showed me.
Is physical one of them?
Hell yeah.
Is it? Fuck yeah.
I think so. So one is words of affirmation. It's like you like to be complimented. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Acts of service. You like to do things for people. So that's how you see your love language. Like it makes you feel good.
Does everyone have one love language or like they can?
I don't know. Well, I know one of mine is like I like affirmation. So that's mine.
And affirmation is the recognition of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So receiving gifts. So you like when people give you stuff.
What do you like giving?
Huh?
What do you like giving gift wise?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I've never thought of it. Like honestly speaking, I couldn't really care less what you give me as long as you give me something.
I think any gift is pretty fucking good because I never expect anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Really? You know?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So somebody gives me a nice breakfast thing. I was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking nice. Well, free breakfast. It's awesome.
So 4th is quality times, like spending time with somebody and just chilling kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm this as well because I don't like it when I'm in bed, right? And at the end of the day, and Abby's on the phone, I'm like, hey, talk to me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And this is your favorite, physical touch.
Physical touch. Is there examples?
No, I don't want to give you an example of physical
It's like,
touch.
Good job. Like that.
Hey,
physical touch. Physical touch.
Yeah.
So your one is affirmation.
Yeah. So I think that's my main one. And like I think I'm gonna put it out there because I want to be comfortable with it. I don't want because I always thought that
Comfortable with what?
Comfortable being that I want affirmation for the things I'm doing, right? Because
yeah. Of course.
I used to think like, oh, I need to scale it back, right? Because that just might show that people I'm just arrogant or I like to be complimented in the sense like, oh, I'm fishing for compliments sort of thing, right?
It's funny you say that because affirmation is not really one of my love languages.
Of course not, because you said it yourself. If you don't really care for the views,
Yeah.
you care for the likes, kind of thing.
It's nice, but I don't really care for it.
Mm.
Like when I do a good job at work, I almost don't want to be. I almost like dread the hey, you did a good job, because I don't know what am I supposed to do with that. Like, oh, thanks, I guess this could be done better. No, all this like bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's not. It doesn't work for me. But at the same time, I don't want my manager touching me either. I think in a way. I mean, what's the other one? Physical touch, affirmation. What's the first one?
Receiving gift, acts of service.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, I don't want quality time with my manager. I don't know if I want a gift either. I don't know what kind of gift I'll get, but no, actually, from work, I definitely don't want gifts. Just give me fucking money, man. I don't want a fucking gift.
Yeah, that's like more. That's like, what do you want?
Well, money is recognition, right?
Is it?
In a way, it is.
It's
So if you get a bonus, that's a recognition of your effort.
Nah, it's more of like a transfer of value.
Transfer. Oh, I'll take a transfer value over quality time.
That's like, oh, okay, cool. You've given this much time to the company, so we're gonna pay you your bonus. So that's like, it's still a transfer of value.
Okay, let's say I was your boss. Let's say you're working for somebody. Let's say I am. Would you rather I give you this envelope of $200 for your good work, or would you like one of these? These shoulder massages. So
are you assaulting me right now?
Physical touch or recognition through money?
Mate, I want quality time with you.
Quality time. Well, this is actually our quality time, right?
Yeah.
Once a week, we talk about some bullshit.
Bromancing hardcore here.
Bromancing. Yeah. Anybody who wants to start a podcast, doing it with a good mate definitely helps.
Come bromance with us, guys.
Bromance with us.
Or would you like a shoulder squeeze?
Ooh.
Dude,
I think I'm pretty good at that. I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, love languages. I didn't think we'd cover that today, but
No, it's just something I thought of the top of my head. Anyways, let's call it 26.
Yeah, let's call it.
Yeah. Guys, you've been listening to the Escape Rope podcast. By the way, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and hit that like button. And also leave a comment. We would love to hear from you guys. And also,
you can certainly support us through Patreon. We'll be getting a lot more content on there eventually, but it's only $2 a month. I'm not really sure what we did with the last $2 that we got, but it will really help us.
I actually don't know where it is, actually. I gotta find out.
Do we do the login for Patreon?
I don't think I've logged in since I've got that.
So I pledge that we'll figure out how to log into our Patreon and we'll do something productive with it.
Yes.
That is our pledge.
All right, guys. See ya.
See ya.